It's like when you raise it, the statue, when you raise it up to the light, then the light pushes, or, the light pushes through it. So then you can see the yellow from like outside from the sun, but it's not naturally yellow. It's like an opaque, you know?
Yes.
And then when the sun from outside hits it, then it shifts, it changes the color.
Beautiful. Do you feel you know this statue? What is the statue of?
You know what? I really can't make it out. I can't make the details
How do
out
you?
from it.
Okay, okay.
I can't make the details out of it, but I know that I like to raise the statue up against the window where the sun will come in because I like the way it hits the statue. It's a little
Beautiful.
heavy, but I can lift it. I can lift it. I can even raise it, raise it above my head, but um it's a little heavy, but I can still raise it.
Okay, okay. Um, let's try our best to go closer to the window and um and what do we feel when we hold the statue? What are we feeling? Joy, sadness,
Joy.
joy. Did
hmm
you
I'm
did you
happy.
did you make this
I
statue?
feel
Back now, you were there. What do you feel? What do you know? Who has given you this gift?
uh, mm, I'm not sure. I'm not, but this person means a lot to me. Like I feel like it's where I'm at, it's dark. It's it feels like dark, like a cathedral or like a castle where it gets cold. So I like to go to the window because it's warm, especially
Okay.
when the sun comes out. I'm looking at
Beautiful.
robe. I'm looking at dark robe.
How do you
I feel
feel?
like I'm a monk,
Are you a male or female at this
male.
time? Beautiful. Beautiful. Are you in a cathedral holding a statue that you were given as a gift?
Yes.
Beautiful. How old do you feel?
Mm, I feel like I'm in my 50s.
Okay, so you're an older gentleman.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I need you to feel and sense your way around the cathedral and find out why you were here at this time. I need you to go deep inside, deeper now, and know and feel who gave you this statue and why are you here at this time? What do you
Mm,
sense?
mm. I feel like it was a friend. I feel like a friend gave me the statue.
Okay, beautiful.
I feel like this friend makes me happy.
Beautiful.
Hmm.
Who who do you feel is this friend? What do you imagine this friend looks like?
He's like a monk too.
Beautiful. And what nationality do you feel you are?
Mm,
Asian,
white,
you're white. So you feel European, ancient.
European.
Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, it gets cold.
Okay. If this feels like it's ancient Europe.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I'm wearing like this brown, this like dark, it's like a dark brown robe, and
Hmm.
it looks like a belt, but it's not a belt. It's like um I don't want to say twine, but it looks like a long string with like a light brown ball at the end, but I wrap it around my waist so I can keep my robe cinched in.
Beautiful.
And
Beautiful.
the brown, it's kind of big on me. It's
Okay.
big, it's big, but it keeps me warm because where I am is cold. It feels like the basement. I don't know if it's the basement of a castle or
You
of
know everything. What is your first impression? How do you
oh,
feel?
it's really high. The ceilings are really, really high. It seems never ending.
Okay. Okay.
And it can
Beautiful.
be dark because there's not a lot of sun that comes in. That's why I
Okay.
like to go to the window.
Okay. Okay. Now, as a monk, do you meditate daily? What do you feel?
Yes, I do meditate
Beautiful. How often do you meditate? Daily?
several times a day.
Beautiful. How old would you say you are?
66.
Beautiful. Do you recall who gave you this beautiful statue that you possess at this time?
It's my friend,
And beautiful. And what's your name?
Robert.
Beautiful, Robert. How how long have you been a monk?
10 years.
Beautiful. As a monk, what are your duties?
How? Well, we like to walk around the castle. We have a partner when we walk around in the line. I think it was my partner. My partner may have given me my statue. So
Beautiful.
we walk down outside, down into the castle.
Beautiful.
We like to we like to sing. Mm,
Okay,
yeah, we like to sing.
beautiful. Are these songs only sang during services or just as daily rituals?
Daily rituals.
Beautiful.
We sometimes go single file line, uh, but oftentimes we're partnered up.
Beautiful. Who partners you up?
Mm, mm, mm.
Do you have a leader?
Yes,
Do you recall who he is or she?
it's a he.
Okay. Do you know his name or do you recall who he is? How do you feel?
We're a strong brotherhood.
I'm sorry?
We're a strong brotherhood.
Beautiful. Tell me more.
Mm. Sometimes I like to go outside and feed the birds. I like to look outside and see the sun come up, and I like to look and see when the sun comes down. It's really pretty.
Beautiful. So you lead a very peaceful life as a monk.
Yes.
Beautiful.
It can
What
get it can get lonely sometimes, but I've gotten used to it.
would you say it's a big sacrifice?
It is.
Why do you choose to be a monk?
I'm called to be a monk.
That was your calling.
Yes.
Were you chosen or was it an intuitive calling?
I was chosen.
Beautiful. Do you know why you were chosen and by who?
Mm. I like to sing. I I like to make people happy around me. Mm. Mm. Very influential. People listen to me.
Is that why you were chosen?
Mm. Yes.
Beautiful.
Long periods without your family. It's hard.
What do you learn from being a monk? Are there any benefits?
Discipline, tradition, follow follow through,
Beautiful.
regimented. Um, you tend to put your own desires and wants aside for the greater cause.
And what would that be?
What's right? What's right? Uh, to teach, to serve, to follow.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
You have your desires, but you have to push them down. They're no longer important. You have a greater cause that's more important than yourself, that you must follow, that you must abide by. So I do it.
Beautiful. Are there any regrets at this time?
Yes.
What would you say your regrets are?
Family.
Did
You
you
don't
have
have you don't have you don't have family. It can be very lonely. Your brotherhood becomes your family, but it's not the same. You sacrifice.
so do you sacrifice simply in the name of discipline, or is there more?
You sacrifice for the greater good. You sacrifice for a cause that is bigger and greater than your own desires. I made a pledge and allegiance.
I see.
I must stick with it no matter what.
Beautiful. There's much loyalty from you. What is there anything of great importance that happened in this lifetime for you?
Yes.
What is it?
I had a love.
You had a love. You had a wife?
I had someone I loved. I had a child.
Do you ever get to see them?
Yes, when I can.
Beautiful. Is there
It was
a,
forbidden.
so do you sneak?
Yes,
Do you get caught?
yes.
What happens when you get caught? Do you get reprimanded? It's okay. It's okay. You need not relive the moment. Simply explain to me now. Simply explain to me now what happened. You need not relive and feel the moment, but observe. Observe the moment and tell me what happened. Robert, are you there?
Yes.
Explain to me what happens when you get caught.
It was forbidden. We had to see each other in secret. She was pregnant. I saw my baby. She had to run away.
Why did she have to run away?
She was a nun.
Wow. So was she not supposed to have relations as well?
That's right.
So she had to run away because she got pregnant by you because you were sneaking around. Is that correct?
That's right.
Did she run away safely or did she get caught? What happened?
She did get caught. We both got caught. She wanted me to run away. I couldn't.
Why? Why? Why
I
did
had
you
a
not?
duty. I had a duty. I had an obligation to the church. I could not turn my back.
So, because of this, you both got caught, correct?
Yes.
Explain to me what happens to the both of you after you get caught.
I was reprimanded. I held a high position in the church. I was scolded. I was told if it happened again, my life would be taken.
And what about your wife? Did they kill her?
She ran away. I told her it was in her best interest.
So she was safe.
She wanted to stay. I couldn't let that happen. I knew
Okay.
her life would be in danger, as mine. These are the sacrifices I had to make.
Okay. Do you ever get to see them at any time in your life after she runs away?
I had a boy. Saw him once.
Okay.
He met me once. Saw him once. He looked 6. Sometimes I would sneak just to watch him play.
That's beautiful. What else?
When the sun set, it was at sunset. It was gorgeous. Pink, blue, yellow.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So you like to watch the sunset.
Yes, I was at peace. It brought me joy. I'd sit on a cobblestone. Mm, just me.
Just you.
Yeah, it would just be me. I would sit on a cobblestone uh, wall. It wasn't that tall, so I could just swing my legs over it and just sit down and watch the sunset. When I was stressed, I would go to my spot to watch the sunset.
Beautiful.
I thought of my son. I would watch the sunset.
Do you recognize the soul? The eyes are the windows to the soul. Do you recognize the soul, the little boy in this lifetime as Christina? Do you feel the soul or recognize the soul, the heart?
Yes, so happy. So happy.
Beautiful. Okay, now let's let's move along in this
Mm,
lifetime. Let's move along to another important time in our lifetime.
mm,
Is there anything else important?
mm. It's difficult.
Okay,
Yeah, it's hard.
okay,
Yeah, you know,
I understand.
I struggle with the decision.
But you made a decision. That's all that matters. You made a decision. You chose the loyalty. At the end of the day, it's about choosing and making up your mind.
Mm,
Let's move on now to the end of that lifetime. To the end of that lifetime. You're there now. How old are you?
mm.
How old do you feel? We're at the end of the lifetime. How old do you feel, Robert?
80.
80. When you lay on your bed, who's around you?
My brothers.
Your brothers are around you.
My
When you're
brothers. My brothers in the church.
okay, they're around you for the last of your days.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I think about Clarissa.
Beautiful. And your son. Do you think of your son as well?
Yes.
Beautiful. Now let's leave that body now as Robert. The spirit, the soul leaves the body now, and we send love to that lifetime. We send much love to that lifetime. We send love to that lifetime. We move on now. We go and we meet with the heavens. Is that correct?
Yes.
Who do you meet in heaven?
My father's there. My mother's there. My uncle. It's been a long time. I'm happy to see them.
Beautiful. Do they tell you what that last lifetime was about? What was the lesson? What was the lesson that was needed to be learned?
I should have followed my heart.
You should have followed your heart.
Yes. Not been so rigid and stubborn.
You should have went with your wife and children and
That's right.
child. Okay.
I had many people around me, many people who loved me, who liked me, who enjoyed my company. But
Beautiful.
but I grew a lonely man.
But the truth be told, all of life is simply a lesson. Are you aware of this?
Yes.
You are no longer in the physical form as Robert. Who are you now? What do you feel?
Mm,
Are you a light being?
mm.
Do you have no form? Are you simply consciousness?
No
Oh,
form.
simply awareness.
That's right.
As this awareness, you are aware that Robert's life was simply a lesson, correct?
That's right.
What is the lesson you learned as Robert in that lifetime?
Mm.
What is the lesson?
I was so fixated on tradition, obligation, responsibility. And although those are great traits to have, I should have been able to spend time with my loved ones. I missed out.
As as this higher consciousness, do you send love to that lifetime as Robert?
Did I what?
Do you send love to that lifetime now as Robert?
Yes.
For you know that that was simply that lesson for that lifetime, and Robert exists infinitely in love. And we are simply energies that exist infinitely. And every lifetime presents a lesson to the soul, to the consciousness, to the awareness. And we move on now as Robert and we give him love. For we are the soul and we continue to move on. In
Okay.
heaven, in heaven, are you asked to come down for another life lesson? Are you asked to reincarnate?
Yes.
Okay, let's go there now. Let's go there now to that lifetime that you're asked to reincarnate. Be there now. What do you feel or sense?
Looks like I'm in a hut. There's straw all around me. Um, I see horses. I may
What
be in a
else?
stable.
Do you feel male or female?
Female.
How old do you feel?
25.
What time period would you say you're in?
Oh, oh.
Does it feel like the early 1700s, correct?
No.
What does it feel like?
Feels like 1920s.
1920s.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What country would this be?
Oh, I'm in Brazil.
Beautiful. So you're a little A little girl? No, you're 25, correct?
Yes.
And what's your name?
Melta?
Melta.
Yes.
Okay, Melta. Describe what you see around you. Describe your village.
Wow. It's open. It's very big. We like to take turns cooking. We have a huge black coal open fire. I see women cutting vegetables. I'm out in the fields.
Beautiful.
You need wheat. Wheat. Mm.
Do you have family that you bring this to?
Yes. Very big family. Close knit.
Beautiful. What are your responsibilities? Do you work on the farm, in the field, in the
I work on
village?
the farm. I do. I work on the farm. I like to cook. I'm responsible for getting the ingredients and bringing them back to the village.
Wow, beautiful.
Mm.
How many siblings do you have?
Wow, I have five, six, five.
Five siblings.
I have five siblings, but I've grown very close to one, so I consider him a sibling. So I'll say six.
Okay. And who's this individual that you've grown close to?
His name is Ralph.
Is he not blood related?
He's not blood related. He follows me around.
You work
He's
together
three.
closely.
He's
Oh,
three. He likes to follow me around.
oh, that's beautiful. Is he a neighbor's child or
Yes.
okay? Do you does he help you? Do you teach him how to do anything?
Yes, I teach, I sing to him. He likes when I sing to him.
Beautiful, beautiful. Um, so his family is close with yours, correct?
Yes. Everybody's close. We
The
like to
whole
look out for each other. Our village, we like to look
beau-
out for each other. We like to cook
beautiful.
together.
The whole village.
Yes. Yeah. One day out of the week, that's what we would do. Whole village likes to get around together and cook for
Wow,
everybody in the village. And
wow,
we sing, we dance, we hear stories from the elders.
beautiful. What skin tone are you? Would you say you're black or indigenous or
No,
African?
indigenous. My skin sometimes in the sun my cheeks would get really red from the sun. My family would make fun of me sometimes, but uh, no, like a nice light brown.
Do you have long flowing hair?
Yes,
Beautiful.
it gets on my nerves, so I always used to put it up.
Mm. Because you work very hard, correct?
Yes, I don't like the hair all over my face. I'd rather pin it up, but my hair is very long.
Beautiful. Okay. Tell me about, go ahead. Did you have something else to share with us?
No,
Tell me about an important time in that lifetime, in that moment, in the village that happens.
mm, it was really rough. There was a time where we didn't have enough to eat, that we had to look for food. It was a war that came in. People would come in
Someone came in
and
from
try
another
to,
village.
yes, and tried to steal our food and our things. And during this war, it was very, you know, unhappy times. It was, we didn't have that much food. People weren't as happy.
Were there not a lot of farms? Were the crops not growing? What caused there to be a scarce amount of food? Not so much food.
And people would try to come and control our lands. We had food, but they would take it.
I see. Did you have to go to war yourself at any time?
No, but I always worked, work. Blisters on my hand, on my feet.
Okay. Did
Mm,
did any harm come to your family or friends at any point?
yes,
Tell me what happened.
my cousin, Armando, he was big, he was stubborn, he was brave. He never backed down. He would see them being mean to me and he would challenge them.
Okay. And did at any point you get killed or hurt?
They would hurt him. They shot him on his leg. He was a good worker. They didn't want to lose him. So they used him as an example.
Who is they? Who
From
are
the
they?
from the war, the people that came into our village, we were happy. We were to ourselves. We didn't bother anybody. We always had food because we lived alongside the river. We always could get water. We could get food. It was plentiful. And then these men just came from nowhere. I was scared.
What race would you say they were?
White. They were white. They were white men.
Did they? What language do they speak? Do you
They
recall?
spoke a different language. I could hardly understand them.
They spoke Portuguese.
Hmm, couldn't understand them.
Okay.
They'd get mad because I couldn't understand them.
Hmm. Did they try to violate you or anything?
Yes. One grabbed me onto his horse. I was scared.
What else happened?
He tried to pull me onto his horse. That's when my cousin Armando saw and he ran. He ran and he dragged me off their horse. Then it was the hustle and tussle. Then the man, I didn't understand him. And I tried to scream for my cousin because I saw he was grabbing his gun.
And that's when he shot your cousin in the leg.
Yes, yes. And I asked him, why did he do that? He just laughed. I started crying. I tried to help my cousin go back to the village. It was a long way to the village. He was in so much pain. I can see my mom and my aunts cooking herbs, tending to him. It was on his ankle, his right ankle. He had to lay in bed for a long time. He had a bad infection. Every single day, I would come to make sure he was okay.
Did he get better?
Yes, he got better, but they broke his spirit. He wasn't the same.
Wow. What else happened? What do you do?
Now,
Yes.
oh, I cook. I still cook. I sit down next to my aunts. My grandmother is a lady of the village. I wanted to learn about herbs. I wanted to learn how to make people better. After my cousin got shot in his foot, I just wanted to learn how to make people better, the sick better, the old better, children better. Mm.
Beautiful. You became a medicine woman or a nurse of sorts.
Yes, at my village.
Beautiful. Did you care for many sick in your village that were sick in your village?
Yes, I cared for the sick. It made me happy. It made me happy to see I can bring people who are sad or hurt and bring a smile to their face, that they were no longer in pain. I was happy I could do that.
Beautiful. Do you ever tend to your cousin yourself?
Yes,
Mm.
his foot healed. He was still big Armando, but not the same.
Did he speak of how he feels different and why he wasn't the same?
No, he was just, I noticed he wasn't the same. He was sad. I don't know why he was sad. Yes, they shot his foot. He was alive. I thought he would be happy.
He's probably just discouraged of the situation. He felt helpless.
Yes.
Do these men, do they ever leave the village?
He stayed for a long time. There were more. It got worse before it got better.
So in the meantime, you still continue to take care of the village, correct?
Yes. I'd have to cook too, but I didn't mind helping people.
Beautiful. Do you,
Oh, oh.
is there a major event that changes your life? Do you get married or anything at all?
As Malta?
Yes.
No,
So you never have children or anything, or family of your own at all?
no. I had a lot of brothers. I had a lot of sisters. Well, I had five, six, including Ralph. But I cared about others, and it took. I was so focused on making other people better. I didn't care. I, it wasn't a focus.
I see.
I just wanted to be help people better. I didn't want any distractions. I didn't want. I had suitors, but I was focused on my work. I was focused on taking care of the village.
Beautiful. If there isn't um, anything important in this lifetime, let's move on to the very end of this lifetime. Who's around you?
My dad, my grandma,
Beautiful. How old are you?
I'm 60.
Okay. So you leave your vessel at 60? Is that correct?
I got really sick at 60.
Oh, wow. How did you get sick?
They brought diseases. These people, they brought diseases. My village knew no knowledge of, didn't know how to take care of.
So there
People
was,
tried to help me. I got better, and then I got worse. And then I started to see visions of my grandma. And then I knew,
thought it was time to transition.
yes,
So now you lay there at 60 with your family around you. How do you feel? Do you have any regret?
no regrets. I was happy to help and serve, do anything to make my village better, despite the circumstances. I did what I could. That made me feel good. I had no regrets.
Beautiful. Now it's time to leave that body.
Mm,
Move on now. Move on to the body. Now back to heaven.
mm.
Towards the light. Who do you meet there?
Oh, angels.
Beautiful. What angels do you meet?
Oh,
Archangel
it's hard
Michael?
to pronounce it. Mm-mm. It's different. Starts with the S. Sankofa? Saint.
Oh, yes,
So,
Seraphim.
Sarah.
Seraphim.
Hmm. I never heard about this angel before. They don't talk much about this angel in my village.
Yes, there's many angels.
Yes.
Seraphim. Okay. What do the angels have to say to you about this lifetime?
They are proud of me. He said I did good.
Beautiful. Do you know the lesson for that lifetime, or does it not matter?
Said I work too much.
Mhm. Send love. Send love to her at this time. Send love to her. Let her be at peace. Do you send her love at this time?
Yes.
Beautiful. What else do your angels have to say to you at this time?
They told me that I needed to learn how to enjoy the gifts and pleasures that life offers and brings. I couldn't do that. I didn't do that. I was too focused on work. I was too focused on making people better.
It's about a balance.
Yes.
Beautiful. Is there another lifetime that the angels ask for you to live?
My love.
Your love?
My love.
You live your lifetime as your love? I'm sorry, I don't understand.
My love.
What else?
Mm. Mm. All we wanted was to be happy. All we wanted was to be together. I loved him dearly.
Who?
Charles. He,
Beautiful. Go ahead. Who's Charles?
he was the love of my life. He was going to escape. He was going to leave his wife. He was going to escape so we could live our life together. He told me to wait. I waited. He never came. I found he died on his way to me. He was murdered. She didn't want she didn't want me to have him to have me.
So she killed
She
him.
was so jealous. Yes.
Okay. What is your name?
Her name?
What is your name?
Harusha.
Harisa.
Yes.
How old are you?
22.
Oh, very young. Okay. What country are you in?
Egypt.
Okay. And what class are you? Are you kingdom? Are you a regular civilian? Tell me a little bit more about yourself.
I was a civilian.
Okay.
He was higher up. He was high up. He was part of the army.
Okay.
He was he's the head of the army. He held a really high position in the army.
Was he the general or the captain?
General.
Okay.
Very high up. Very respected. Everybody loved him. The men loved him. The women loved him. He was adorned. The children looked up to him. He had a very strong presence. One of the first things that I noticed about him. Very strong, very kingly presence. I was just a young girl at the time. I was 22. I
Beautiful.
didn't know who he was. I was at the lake, river. I was washing clothes. I was exploring. I was walking around the grounds, listening to the birds sing. I was just getting lost in my worlds, and I bumped into him, and it was love at first sight. And I knew.
Look into his eyes. Recall him. The eyes are the window to the soul.
Mm.
Do you recognize that soul in this lifetime as Christina?
Yes, I do.
Who is he?
His name?
Yes, in this lifetime.
Mm, Mark.
Okay. So was he with two women?
They told me he wouldn't be interested in me. Mm. They said that um he wouldn't be attracted to my class, my kind. They tried to dissuade me from entertaining anything. They said he was bad news. His reputation preceded him. Women adorned him. Women just threw themselves at him. And he seemed to love the attention. He was a very proud man. I guess it came with his position. Very big ego, very proud, very strong, very kingly, very charming. I was just, well, it was just me.
You fell in love with him, correct?
Yes,
Was he in love with you?
I felt it. I felt it.
Did he ever say he was in love?
No. But why do you have to say it when you can tell just from the look?
He did admire you a lot. He
Yes, he
loved you.
did.
He loved you. He
He did.
cared for you. He cared for you a lot, more than you'll ever know. He
Yeah.
did. He wanted to be with you, but he knew deep inside it wouldn't work. He knew. And in some ways, you did too. You understood that it wasn't going to work, but you're willing to do it at all costs. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
And he was willing to go, he was willing to say, it's fine. I'll do it. I love her. Why not? So what went wrong? Who killed him?
It was jealousy. It was hate. It was hatred
From other women.
from other women, but it was one in particular.
She
His
admired,
wife.
yes,
His
she admired
wife.
him. Yeah, she was with him longer. He was having an affair,
Yes, he was.
but he was still willing to leave her for you. He must have really loved you.
He did.
He saw in you what he didn't see in his wife, that she never, like she didn't have it anymore. She used to have it, but she doesn't. She didn't have it. She lost it.
That's right. That's right.
he wanted that joy again, and you brought him that joy,
Yes.
he used to have. Much joy you brought to him. He
Yes.
continues he continues to love you. He continues to love you. Know this now. He's telling me he loves you still. He says, "Come to me." What happens? Do you kill yourself? Suicide? Not exactly. Is that correct?
No.
Explain to me what happens.
I eventually did find somebody to love, but it wasn't the same. I found somebody who adored me, who worshiped the ground I walked on, but it wasn't the same type of love that I experienced. I longed for him. I missed him. I waited. I waited for a long time for him. She tried to kill me too. That's how I knew it was her.
You bring the same, you bring the same, it's in this lifetime as well. You've brought it to this lifetime. You haven't healed it. Is that
Mm,
correct?
yes.
Mark, who's Mark? You said
My
the
love,
soul.
my love, my love, my sweet love.
He longs for you still. He loves you still. Do you hear me? He says he cares for you and yearns for you as well.
Mm.
Explain to me what else happens to you in your lifetime.
It was sad. I think I feel that I died of a broken heart.
You die indeed of a broken heart.
Yes.
He's there to greet you, is that correct?
Yes.
You meet again as one. You meet again as one. What else happens?
You think about it. You wish and you long for to be loved unconditionally. you come across somebody that offers that to you. You try to move on emotionally. It's difficult. You can't, but you try. You put a smile on your face. You go about your day. How can I stare at my husband knowing that I long for someone else? Knowing that I grieve for someone else? It's difficult.
So what happens now as he meets you on the other side?
I'm happy to see him. We both knew, it was undeniable. We both knew the minute we laid our eyes on each other, and even though our love was short lived, it was meaningful. It was powerful. It was a love that I've never experienced. I was happy to feel that again. When I greeted him, I was happy.
Beautiful. Where do you go, the two of you? Do you go to heaven?
Yes.
What happens next?
He's so excited to show me around, show me what he's been working on and what he does and where he goes, the other souls that he's met. I'm happy to be in his company.
Beautiful. Do you would you say you have transitioned well, or what happens after this? Do you meet with a council? Do you wish to live another life? They ask you. Is
Yes.
that correct?
Yes.
They ask you because you sort of manifested your way back into his arms. Is that correct?
Yes.
They're scared because they know that you have the power to stay like that, but it's not, there's no growth for the soul like this. Is that correct? The soul needs to grow, so you can't stay. You have to move on. Do you understand?
Yes.
So you have to move on now. You have to move on. You have to let him go. It's been too long. He can't stay anymore. Do you understand?
Yes.
You need to move on now. Higher, 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 higher than before. Higher, because you're still in the illusion. You're still in the illusion. You have to let her go. You understand? Forward. You must move forward. You've been holding on to each other way too long
Yes.
in hiding, in hiding. That's not good. It slows you down. It holds you back. It holds your evolution. It holds you back from evolution. Do you wish to evolve now for the greater good?
I understand I need to. It's difficult, but I know I must.
I hold the way for you to move on now, sister. I hold the way now for you to move on. The light is there. See the light within you. Allow it to shine brighter than ever before. Brighter now than ever before. Send love to that lifetime and you move on now and go in brighter and deeper than ever before. And you who send love to that lifetime, to that moment, and you move on because evolution is the name of the game. The rise in awareness as you move on with love always. Is that correct?
That's right.
I ask that you go home and tell me who you meet. Go home to the stars, straight to the stars, where you belong originally, with no form.
Mm.
You're simply the consciousness awareness. That's where I need you to go at this time.
Mm.
Tell me when you get there.
I'm here.
Beautiful. Are you in your highest form at this time? Are you in the highest form? Your highest form?
Yes.
So would I be speaking to the higher self at this time?
Yes.
Why did you show? It seems like the theme is all about letting go, following the heart, and balance.
That's right. She has great challenge in those areas.
Is she a workaholic in this lifetime?
Yes. She struggles with it.
And that's from the past lifetimes that she had?
Yes.
How can we heal that and help that at this moment?
She needs to understand the, the importance of going with the flow. Stop focusing on scarcity.
She lives in lack.
Yes,
She never feels she has enough,
that's why she works as much as she does.
but she has everything she needs and then some.
It's all in front of her eyes. She just needs to open it and realize that she does, rather than overcompensating through work. She has what she needs. She doesn't see it that way. She has what she needs.
Beautiful. How can we remind her that she has everything she needs when she watches this video? I guess she'll hear it and recognize that she needs to go with the flow. And the time as the monk, she needed to follow her heart, correct?
Yes.
Does she not do that in this lifetime?
No, she does not. She doesn't go with her heart. She's always in her head, logically, what makes sense, what's right.
So she stands in her own way.
Yes.
Would that also be why she feels masculine?
Yes.
Because she needs to tap into the more feminine aspects, which is the emotions, correct?
That is right. She needs
Uh,
to feel. She doesn't feel.
does she not have emotion? I mean, she has emotion, but I
She has
understand.
emotional. She has emotions, but she doesn't feel them.
Mm, she doesn't sit down in them enough to understand them. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Um,
Oh,
she can go ahead and she can go ahead and will it turn off by itself? Oh, it's the phone. It's her phone. Okay. It's fine. Let's just continue. Um, okay, so she needs to learn to sit down and hear her emotions.
yes. She doesn't feel them. She doesn't know how to make decisions based off of them. She's always logical. What makes sense? She's concerned about reputation, how she looks, how people perceive her. Tap into her creativity. Learn how to receive instead of always giving.
Is that why she attracts men that are, she would say, are more feminine? They're always looking to get from her, get something. Is that, am I
Yes.
correct?
Yes. It's a power struggle.
She feels that she has to be the man in the relationship.
Yes.
Therefore, she attracts more of a feminine, masculine. And deep inside, that's not what she wants. She wants a man's man, to be honest. Is that correct? She wants a man just like in that lifetime when she was in Egypt.
Yes.
How can she attract a man like that? How can she begin to attract that? Or should she not concern herself with that at this time? What would you say?
She has work to do. She has work to do on herself. She needs to master self. She needs to explore self. She needs to discover self. Once she has done this work, she will attract the right mate.
So she has much work to do on herself in that
That's
way.
right. That's right. Any man now would be a distraction.
What about her twin flame? Is that really her twin flame? She speaks of a twin flame that meets with her in her dream. Is that really a twin flame? Are we allowed to speak of this? I'm sorry? Are we not allowed to speak of her twin flame?
Yeah. Yes.
Um, she
Yes.
has she has several twin flames, correct?
Yes.
So she needs to not bother herself with the one, because that particular one, um, I think would cause her much grief right now. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
There's still lessons to be learned.
Is there a way that we can stop her from hurting Christina or trying to hurt her?
Christina's protected.
Okay. Beautiful. So she simply needs to work on receiving, being more feminine, because the feminine energy is receptive, about healing and loving. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So she's being more masculine, just giving, doing, thinking, doing.
There needs to be a balance.
Okay.
She has yet to achieve that balance.
Okay. Are there any other advice at this time that you would like give to Christina so she can understand how she can be more feminine and receptive?
She's on the right track.
This session,
She's on the right track.
beautiful. At this time, does she have any energy blocks? Because when I was trying to clean her up, I noticed a lot of energy block that was in her womb, in her sacral chakra. Is there still blocks there, or is it cleared?
Yes.
There's
Yes.
still
Still blocks.
okay. How do we clear the sacral chakra? Should we send love light?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and send love light to the sacral chakra. Tell me when it's complete. Archangel Michael, stand by.
Complete.
Beautiful. And it will be continuous.
Yes.
And what about her third eye? Let's go through every chakra. Her third eye, is there anything in there, any energy blocks, anything major like a reptilian or anything out of the norm? No, I'm getting that it's wide open. She just doesn't know how to use it. Is that correct?
Yes.
There's no clearing or anything that needs to be done at this time. No, it's well protected. Let's move on to her throat chakra. Her throat chakra is pretty clear as well, correct? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, her heart. Oh, wait, her crown chakra. They're saying don't forget her crown. Is there blockages in her crown chakra?
Yes.
Anything major? Is there any major blockages in her crown chakra?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and send love light then. Tell me when it's complete. I'm sending love light now.
Complete.
Beautiful. Crown chakra is good. Third eye is good. Throat chakra is good. What about her heart chakra? Are there any blockages there?
Yes.
Many blockages. She shields herself and holds herself back from her emotions as protection because she's been hurt many times. So many times. The loss of her father. Many things affect her. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Love light would do the trick. I feel like I need to pull out strings. There's strings tied to her heart. Emotional ties. Is that correct?
That is right.